So beautiful. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, what's cracking, y'all? I hope y'all doing swell, man. Welcome to freaking Kansas. Feeling a little weird right now. We'll get into that in the video. But guys, check it out, man. We at the B&B, son. Dude, this place is freaking sweet, man. I did not expect something like this when I was coming to hunt, man. My boy Parker was like, hey, we got this B&B that's in town. If you guys want to check it out. I'm like, sure, why not? Didn't expect it to be like this. Pretty cool. We're in like a super old building. Check it out, man. Nice kitchen. Beautiful. Got my medication all over the place. We'll get into that. Brolaw's room, we got the freaking editing suite in here. He's packing up camera equipment and stuff because, well, we're switching Airbnbs tomorrow. Beautiful bathroom. Look at this shower, man. I could push my butt cheeks up against that, dude. People be getting erections all over the gosh dang place. Check it out, dude. Look at this big old freaking bed, son. Too much, man. I've been spinning around, not sleeping at all in this freaking thing. Oh, and by the way, brand new Outlaw from the Woods hats, and I'm actually walking one. I'm rocking one right now. This guy, you guys always ask about this cap right here. It's the Outlaw from the Woods camo style. We got it in camo, and I've got freaking white paint all over it because I was painting my ceiling and with this hat. And yeah, perfect. Merch guy loves it. And then we also got this gray one here with the red back. Beautiful Outlaw from the Woods for all my outlaws out there. And then of course we got the camo with the black back. I think the red, white, and blue with the camo looks freaking sweet. Those are up now. outlawmerch.com. Link is in the description box below. Freaking A, man. Just released. All right, guys. So what a few days it has been here hunting in freaking Kansas. Dude, honestly, like one of the weirdest hunts I've ever been on this past few days, guys. Like I'll be completely frank with you right now. I honestly don't even, we've been here for how long, bro? 4 days now?
Yeah.
And I don't even remember like the last 4 days. And it might have to do with this and this and these and this. Dude, it's been a weird time with my freaking tooth region. But anyways, it all started the first day hunting. Check this out. Folks, it's Tuesday, November 11th. It is a cold one this morning. We had a cold front come in last night. It poured rain like crazy. Ended up taking us like an hour to get into the stand this morning because we couldn't pass the creek crossing. We had to go all the way around. We threw some corn down last night as well in a cut cornfield. That's where we're sitting over right now. Just sitting in this little finger of timber that just looks really good. There's rubs everywhere. There's scrapes everywhere. It's just a really cool spot. It's blowing about 20 miles an hour right now, and it's going to do that most of the day, which is good. So I don't know. We'll see. But first, like real morning here in Kansas. Super excited about it. Still having a little bit of tooth pain. I've been trying to deal with that. So might not be talking much today. It is ultra windy out, and it's only going to get worse. Yesterday was miserable in the wind. We sat here all day, and we didn't see any deer. We saw 2 does in the morning before it was windy, like way across the field, and that was it. I feel like this will produce really well this weekend, the next 2 days. But today and yesterday, it's blowing over 20, and I'd rather be like it's super muddy. Like, walking into this place is such a difficult task for Jamin and I. Like, we gotta leave the place we're staying like an hour and a half early. I don't know if we're gonna need to take this stand or what, but we're gonna try to make a plan. My boy Parker's gonna come out. We're gonna move. See if we sit there the rest of the day or not. So keep you updated. Freaking sucks, man. I hate moving stands in the middle of the day. But sometimes it's what you gotta do. It's kind of a shit show. We just moved across the field. So we've got a few shooting lanes here. We're further in the timber. We got the cut going right here, which I really just don't have a good feeling about today being a big field. It's so windy and it's gonna be blowing like 25 later. It looks pretty good, but you know, I don't even know. It's just, they had to move it last minute, just trying to get in the woods where they're moving. Parker was running around on the roads and he's been seeing deer run everywhere. So I just like, we're in the freaking middle of the rut and I haven't seen like any deer. I've been on so many painkillers that I can barely sleep. Been on steroids, getting jacked. I've been waking Bro up like 4:45 to get in the stand. He probably hates me, but anyways, this morning was a crap show, man. We had freaking does over under the stand we were at yesterday. When I was putting some doe estrus out, and there was a buck standing like 10 yards from me, a small one. He was probably like a small 8-point. When those does were over here, I was hoping maybe they would bring in, a big boy. And then all these freaking cows just start coming in. It's ridiculous. Haven't seen anything since. It's been dead as a doornail. I just called my buddy Parker just called me, and he's been seeing deer everywhere, big bucks, chasing does. It's crazy, but for some reason this farm has just been dead. Haven't seen much on it in 3 days. I'll be making a move tonight. And guys, I'm going to put a picture up here right now. Parker, I just got to say this, Parker's the man. I've been hunting with him for like 4 years now. And he lives here in Kansas, and he manages all these farms. And he's kind enough to let me come and hunt. And I'll help him out with whatever I can, hanging stands or cutting branches, whatever we need to. But this buck, he's like 160s, super nice buck. He had this buck on camera all summer long, and he just showed up this morning under a stand on another farm a couple miles from here at 7:30 a.m. this morning. They haven't seen him in 2 months, and bam, he daylights this morning at 7:30. So it looks like that's the move we're going to be making. Head over to that farm and see if we can get it done. They haven't had much action except that one buck, but Parker thinks he's a 300-pound deer. He's a big freaking dude. All right, we're out of the stand. It's about noon right now. There was no cars, and now cars are going by everywhere. We got out of the stand. I want to, I have so much stuff on because it's been really cold. So I wanted to make sure I shoot with all this stuff on, just to make sure. You should always be doing that. Here she blows. Freaking bullseye. And we just got word that our buddy Tiernan, who was hunting public land down the road here, just shot a freaking dandy. We'll put a picture up here. He's been ground and pounding it for the past like few months out here. He lives in Louisiana. He's been coming back down like every other week. It seems like he's a firefighter, so he'll go back to work and then drive back up. It's like an 8-hour drive. So I'm proud of him. Good buck he got there. Man, it's beautiful back in here. What's cracking, y'all? We just got in this spot. It's about 1 o'clock. This is the last place we saw that big old buck this morning. He was on the camera this morning at 7:30 a.m. coming into these woods. So we figured we'd sit in here. It's real rough to get in there. It's a pain because there's no way to be quiet. There's a big field on the other side. There's a big field behind us. There's a creek right here to our side, and it runs throughout. There's a feeder directly down here, but it's been empty for months because there's a feeder on the other side in the field that they usually go to. And once they're done with that, that's when they transition through these woods here to the other field. Small buck last night. Then he got our wind and just blew the freaking whole place out, so I don't know, man. Fingers are freaking crossed. I just am like so happy to be in the woods. I love it. Wish us luck, baby. I don't know why I felt like kissing y'all, but it just felt right. Pressure is high. It doesn't really matter the weather. I mean, all that action you just saw right there was within 3 minutes. It was insane. That rising moon, every time that's in the sky, you know it's going to be a good hunt. It's been like that the past 3 or 4 days. We just haven't really been in the right spot. But this spot here allows us to see so much more. Really wish that we could see that buck. Jamin spotted it. He's like 500 yards out, and he was walking by himself. He was coming from the river. The last I saw of him, he was running this way. I was rattling as loud as I could, but we haven't seen him in a few, so there's still a lot of daylight left. Let's just hope something happens and walks in front of us. I'm back home and I reckon we couldn't get it done, man. Oh, man, I'm about to eat tag soup, dude. But no, I'm not, okay? I'm going back to Kansas in about a week and a half or so. I'm going to try to get her done again. Don't worry, the vidges are not done, and I'm going to try to get me a buck. Dude, it just wasn't my time when I was down there. I told you guys I was going to give you an update on my tooth thing. I just got back home. Yesterday I was in bed all day. The pain, so it was miserable when I was in the stand. I was taking so much medication that I gave myself a stomach ulcer. So I went to the doctor this morning just to make sure I did have one. And he was like, yeah, something about like gastritis or something too, like an inflamed stomach or something like that from all the medication I was taking. I'm off of it now. I'm not in any pain. I'm heading to the dentist now because I've got a soft tissue abscess on the inside of my mouth that they're going to cut out. Dude, it's been a freaking mess for something I was never in pain for. And I was going to get my teeth cleaned. They're like, hey, man, you haven't had a cavity in forever, dude. Good job. But you got an infection down there somewhere. And then it just turned into a mess. And, of course, while I was hunting. So it wasn't a very fun week. I hope we made it a little bit fun on the video for you. Don't worry, we're going back soon. And I got to give a huge shout out to my boy Parker with, and he's now, it renamed it Whitetail Heaven Outfitters. I'm going to link his Instagram below. If you guys ever pull a Kansas tag and you need somewhere to hunt, dude, hit up my boy Parker. He's got a bunch of farms down there, a bunch of leases. And, dude, it's just a great time to hunt Kansas. You get to see a lot of deer, especially driving around. We did. And I know whenever I go back in a week, they'll be a little bit more predictable, a little bit more easy to pattern, rather than this rut where they're just running around all over the place. So I'm getting over the freaking weirdness of that past week, the sickness that I endured, I guess, and we're going to get her going. But I just got back home. We're going to be working on the shop, it's cold here. It's real cold here. It wasn't that cold in Kansas. The weather was weird, super windy and hot, but when I go back in a week and a half, it's going to be cold. It'll be prime weather. Appreciate y'all, man. I reckon we'll see you guys on the dip side. My name is Outlaw. Don't forget these new hats just dropped. OutlawMerch.com. Link is in the description box as well. Love y'all, man. Holla.